So I'm here in my country, America's capital, Washington, D.C. Almost too many things to do and see, and most of them free. But I'm gonna show you the top things to do here. Let's go. All right, so I'm gonna be going in a pretty random order in this video, but the first thing to check out is the Tidal Basin. This is a man-made reservoir, a 2-mile trail with over 3,000 cherry trees. So these trees were a gift from Japan in 1912. They are beautiful in the springtime. That's the best time to come check this area out. However, there are two notable attractions here. Whoa, whoa. Second thing I recommend is the Dr. King statue, 30 feet, known as the Stone of Hope, which depicts him emerging from a granite mountain. It's gonna be a long day, I'm already sweating. But in the distance, you can obviously the Washington Monument, which we'll be at a little bit later on. And the next thing that you gotta check out while you're on this trail, the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. This is beautiful. A neoclassical monument honoring our third president. Thomas Jefferson is also the author of the Declaration of Independence. Inside, a 19-foot bronze statue surrounded by Jefferson's writings, also a dome and columns in a classical style, reflecting Jefferson's admiration. This is just so incredible. The statue, the dome, this Roman architecture, just beautiful. And the craziest part, we're just getting started. Third thing so far today. I started really early, trying to get as much done as possible. But if we can't walk everywhere, they have scooters. The ones I saw, 50 cents per minute. And roughly the heart of the National Mall, you won't miss it, you'll see it all over the video, is the Washington Monument. Epic. It was named after our first president, George Washington. 555 feet tall, it's constructed of marble, granite, and bluestone gneiss. It was meant to evoke ancient Egyptian, symbolizing timeless strength and honor. And funny enough, since the top is made of aluminum, it also serves as a lightning rod. Survived many lightning strikes. Really fun area. I'm here really early in the morning, so there's not too many people right now. If you want to walk Washington, D.C. when it's not crowded at all, come very early. And just across the Washington Monument is the World War II Memorial. Here serves as a memorial for the 16 million Americans who served in World War II, along with those who lost their lives. Two large arches symbolize the Atlantic and Pacific theaters. Features 56 granite pillars, each representing a U.S. state or territory during the war. So cool. Oh, there's my state, Georgia. Both of my wife's grandfathers served in World War II. See that Washington Monument on the other side of the World War II Memorial. But this is where Forrest Gump swam in the pool to meet Jenny. Jenny! It's the Lincoln Memorial Reflecting Pool. Pretty sweet, very long. I was here in DC a few times before, and I don't remember how long the reflecting pool is. Many runners too, especially in the morning time. But on the other side is the next place that I recommend, which is the Lincoln Memorial. Let's go check it out. It looks beautiful. This is one of the more prominent landmarks of Washington, D.C. It was completed in 1922, inspired by Greek temples, 36 Doric columns, and inside, the seated 19-foot statue of Lincoln. So two of Lincoln's favorite speeches are inscribed on the walls. One on this side, the other on that side, which was the Gettysburg Address and the second inaugural address. I was here at this Lincoln Memorial about 8 years ago, I think. My band was playing a show and we were just visiting. It hits different the older you are, I think. Over there's the National Mall, but now walking outside of the National Mall area into more of the downtown area. Ooh, that is a beautiful building right there. The Dwight Eisenhower Executive Building. So this next place, you've probably heard about it, probably not, but I recommend checking it out. It's called the White House. But it was completed in the year of 1800 with neoclassical architecture constructed by James Hoban. Funny enough, the only president who never lived here was George Washington. This area has so many really cool buildings. That's the Treasury Department right there. Whoa, look at that building. That is beautiful. The layout of DC was designed by Pierre-Charles L'Enfant, a French architect, and features grand avenues and circles similar to Paris. So this next place is a little bit bittersweet. It's the Ford's Theater. This is where Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, April 14th, 1865, by John Wilkes Booth. Originally, it was built in 1833 as a church, and it was converted into a theater in 1861. After he was shot here, they carried him over to that red brick building right there, and that is where he died. So you can rent scooters, stuff like that. Rented a bike. It's a lot cheaper. Let's go. Not gonna lie, I should have done this way earlier. Originally, I was gonna get a scooter, but it was just too expensive for me. This is a lot cheaper. But anyways, the next place I recommend, the National Building Museum. One of my favorite things, it's dedicated to architecture, also engineering and urban design. It was originally constructed in 1887, original as the Pension Building. And the building is known for its grand interior, including a massive Great Hall with 75-foot Corinthian columns, which are among the tallest interior columns in the world. It was inspired by Italian Renaissance palaces, particularly Rome. Oh my God. Look at this. I wish my camera could pick up just how majestic it is. And the best part, this area, which is an amazing area, free to enter. Granted, for the exhibits, it's like 15, 20 bucks or so, something like that. I'm not gonna do that today, but this area right here, this is just amazing. So if you want to go further, the exhibits, but if you want to just see this, it's free. The bike is the greatest idea ever. It's a really good way to sightsee too. National Bank of Washington, looks like a historic building. The next place I recommend is right there. The National Archives Museum, stunning building, and inside, free to enter, includes the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. All of this is displayed in the rotunda for the Charters of Freedom. It also features exhibits on American history, government, and the research center portion. It's absolutely free to enter. This is Rotunda, the most important documents in American history. The Bill of Rights, the Constitution, and the Declaration of Independence, the original documents, the original Bill of Rights. Amazing. The Declaration of Independence. And here, the Constitution.
They're just not
Beautiful handwriting back in the day. They were way ahead of their time. The writers of the Constitution. It's kind of amazing. I drove 10 hours to get here, and if I can drive 10 hours just for that, absolutely worth it to me. That was just incredible. All right, just 0.1 mile that way is the next place. The next place I recommend, the National Museum of Natural History. Looks completely packed out right now. Granted, it is getting later on in the day, more people are coming out. And again, it's free to enter. Apparently, this is arguably the country's very best and most comprehensive museum for American history. The DC Smithsonian National Museum of History. This place is absolutely massive. So many different rooms, so many in every area is something very different. It was opened in 1964 and houses millions of artifacts, including the Star-Spangled Banner, Abraham Lincoln's top hat, the actual flag that inspired the U.S. national anthem during the War of 1812, and the first light bulb that Thomas Edison created. Guys, this place was so big. If I covered all of it, I wouldn't have enough time to show you guys the rest of the things to do here in D.C. Next place is going to be really good as well. It's not too far away from here. As a matter of fact, when you're biking, nothing's far anymore. Right here, the National Gallery of Art. It's already a very nice place. So many historic art. It's amazing. Also free. One of the most prestigious art museums in the country. Paintings, sculptures, and decorative arts from the Middle Ages featuring masterpieces from Picasso. So I'm the type I prefer sculptures over paintings. That's just me. But that's until you see the only painting of Leonardo da Vinci in the country. This room, masterpieces of American furniture from 1700 to 1830 from the Kaufman collection. Oh, I learned something new. You know what? I should have brought my own bike, but I do love this bike. However, you need to keep docking it and then undocking it, stuff like that when time runs out. Anyways, this next one, you can see it in the distance. You might know it. Sitting on Capitol Hill, the U.S. Capitol. This is where Congress is. Beautiful. One of the most brilliantly architectural sites probably that I've ever seen. It is so much more beautiful in person. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. It's kind of breathtaking. So this is where both the House of Representatives and the Senate meet. The Capitol's construction began in 1793 and continued over several phases with various additions. A neoclassical style featuring a large cast iron dome, 288 feet tall, weighs about 8.9 million pounds. It's one of the world's largest. Thomas Jefferson was actually the one who was very instrumental of the design of this building. And to be honest, it is so much bigger and majestic in person. This video will not do it justice. I'm sorry, guys. I do the best I can. I don't have my drone today. But right across, you can see the Washington Monument. So this next one is literally 0.2 miles away, which is the United States Botanical Gardens. And apparently they worked really, really hard on this one. It's one of the oldest botanical gardens in North America. Established in 1820, it sits near the U.S. Capitol and showcases a vast collection of plants from around the world. And believe it or not, founded by George Washington's vision. Oh my gosh. It's free to enter. Now in the World Deserts section. And since this is the first time I've ever seen desert plants, it's so cool. They also have the Hawaii area, the primeval garden, medicinal plants. Ladies and gentlemen, the only reason why any of us are awake right now, coffee. So this is the orchid section. So I've been in many botanical gardens for this channel. I can now confirm this is probably my favorite, if not tied with the botanical gardens at the Biltmore Estates. If you haven't been there, that's a cool place too. That's in Asheville, North Carolina. So I'm biking up a hill right now, and I realized the hill that I'm biking up is called Capitol Hill, because there's the Capitol right there. Another one of the most majestic buildings I've ever seen, the Library of Congress. Architecture back in the day was just so much more beautiful and majestic, in my opinion, compared to more modern architecture for the most part. But this is just stunning. Inside one of 3 buildings on Capitol Hill, the largest library in the world, the Library of Congress. You might be thinking, where are all the books? The lady said they keep most of their books off-site, but the Great Hall is just one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I'm honestly trying to capture how beautiful this place is with the camera. I'm not good enough to do it, guys. It's too beautiful in person, and my videography skills are not doing it. It's just so beautiful. One of the most beautiful buildings I've ever been inside. It's crazy. George Washington's book of surveying the Blue Ridge Mountains. I hike the Blue Ridge Mountains all the time. It's so cool. This is in the top 5, 10 craziest things I've seen all day. Probably all my life. The things that were in the pocket of Abraham Lincoln when he was assassinated at the Ford Theater that we were at earlier. That's so crazy. This place serves as the research arm of the U.S. Congress. Established in 1800, it holds over 170 million items, including books, manuscripts, photographs, maps, recordings, and one of Gutenberg's Bibles. Hey guys, really quick, my wife Heidi, that you know from some of our travel videos, wanted to let you guys know that Build a Dream now has an Amazon storefront. She's worked pretty hard on it, so feel free to check it out. Link will be in the description box. We truly appreciate it, and your support helps us continue to do what we do. Now back to the video. I'm going down Capitol Hill. Woo, gliding down Capitol Hill, baby. So what if you're visiting DC and you need a hotel to stay at? In the middle of everything, within walking distance to most of these areas, is where I'm staying at, Hotel Washington. This place is really cool, also very historical. Some even call it the Washington Hotel, but it has amazing Beaux Arts architecture, and it's located right next to the White House. You can literally see it on the rooftop of this hotel, which has a bar. Originally, it opened in 1917 and has hosted numerous political figures, celebrities, and dignitaries throughout the years. Furthermore, it was even featured in films like Godfather Part 2. Awesome rooms as well, very comfy beds. And from here in the distance, you can even see the Washington Monument. I'll also say this, if you're interested in renting a bike, I used Capital Bikes today. It's right next to the hotel I'm staying at, which was Hotel Washington again. Yeah, so Hotel Washington right down there. Capital Bikes right here. Right there, the Blue Rooster. The United States Courthouse. Johns Hopkins University. General Winfield Scott Hancock. The Hoover Building. I believe the FBI. Right here, Pennsylvania Avenue. So many brilliant buildings. Ronald Reagan Building and International Trade Center. Beautiful street, F Street. Also pretty close to the National Mall is the National Museum of American History. Again, this museum is so massive, so many different categories. I asked the security guard, the best floor? She said the third. The first place was Revolutionary War. Also the Civil War. There's so much information here, along with all sorts of stuff. And I also love how almost every room is a TV talking about them. Then the World War II room. Vietnam.
South Vietnam War, and surely eventually their control would extend through.
Land of the free, land of the food trucks. Washington, D.C. Dwight D. Eisenhower Building. Department of Health and Human Services Building. The Voice of America Building. That's really cool. Another beautiful building. Oh my gosh. So, random fun fact. By law, no buildings in Washington, D.C. could be taller than the U.S. Capitol. Therefore, there are no skyscrapers in D.C. Excuse me. Benjamin Franklin. And for any of those who are used to this channel, I do apologize that I can't use my drone in Washington, D.C. Doing the best I can without it. And I also can't use my stabilizer, considering how many different places I need to go to. And very long story, but I'm doing the best I can. So the next thing to check out in the National Mall area is the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Ooh, real unique architecture. The lattice exterior is made of bronze-coated aluminum, three-tiered. It's inspired by Yoruba crowns of West Africa. Forgive me if I mispronounced that, but I do believe that you need a timed entry pass. If you don't get one, a sweet building to check out on the outside. Unfortunately though, for this museum, you need tickets to get in, and I didn't know that. I don't have a ticket. Now, from here on out, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the great places to check out on the outskirts of downtown Washington, D.C. And the next one, the 6th largest cathedral in the world and the 2nd largest cathedral in America, the Washington National Cathedral. It's officially called the Cathedral Church of St. Peter and St. Paul, a massive Gothic-style cathedral in Washington, D.C. Construction began in 1907 and took 83 years to complete, finished in 1990. Now, you might not think that you know it. However, a lot of pretty high-level events happened here that have been on TV and whatnot. For example, Jimmy Carter's funeral that happened about 6, 7, 8 months ago. Along with that, funeral for Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush were all held here. So the next place I'm driving to is not too far away, but a very unique house. The Watermelon House. Instagram famous home here in Washington, D.C. It's known for its giant watermelon mural on the side. I believe the homeowners painted the side of their house red after a renovation, but when it turned out looking awkward, they transformed it into a watermelon. Now I'm gonna be driving to the part of downtown where where the nightlife is, the pedestrian area. This is actually the same street when I used to play shows here. Where I used to play was called Madam's Organ. Really awesome place. 18th Street. Hotel. Oh, in just one day, how many things was I able to do while I was filming? So just imagine what you can do here in DC in one day. Granted, the bike helped a lot. It's so amazing how many things to do that are free. The Smithsonian museums are mostly funded by tax dollars. I believe 65%, the rest are donations. So if you live in America, go to these amazing museums because you pay for it. But if you don't live in America, you get it for free, even more free. Say you liked 5 things on the list that I did today. Do those 5 things for a long time. Say you like 10 things on the list that I did today. Do those 10 things for a long time. But overall, I really hope this video helped you guys figure out a trip to DC. Always have fun, always live in the moment. Bring your friends if you can, bring your family if you can, if you have to go alone because everyone is busy. Do that, it'll be memorable. Don't live every day the same day for the rest of your life. Such a memorable day. I recommend getting a bike, but if you can't do that, that's fine. However, if you also wanted to take a trip to a beach, see this video here. Daytona Beach in Florida. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed day.